Welcome back, Warriors, to another Battlefield 2042 video. I'm your commanding officer, Major Doodleman149, and in today's briefing I'll be going over the latest development we've seen on the battlefield, the implementation of what the brass is calling Season 2. In this latest update from HQ, we get a number of new additions to the battlefield, including another new front to fight over, a new specialist joining our ranks, 3 brand new weapons, 2 weapons brought in from the Portal simulations, a new ground vehicle, and another awards program for our troops to gain new equipment from the armory, another battle pass, if you will. I won't be going in depth on all of these changes in this briefing, soldiers. I'll leave specific videos for that later. Today, I'll simply be providing my initial impressions of these new additions and providing constructive suggestions on where the brass could improve in the future. I've kept you long enough though, troops, let's get into this. The newest front we've been deployed to is yet another abandoned ship that has run aground, much like on Discarded. However, unlike the mud-covered shipyards of India, Stranded takes place in a much more vibrant, drained Panamanian lake. This front consists of 5 total sectors to capture, 1 inside the large stranded ship at the center and 4 surrounding it. The outside areas have a variety of terrain, with the southern portions of the battlefield being notably greener than the northern portions. Inside the ship, fighting primarily takes place between 2 ground-level objectives that are almost entirely infantry-oriented, with gaps for vehicles to interfere between these objectives. There's also a large hatch that can be opened over an objective, so keep an eye to the sky when fighting inside. Enemies on top of the ship will have an easy time picking you off from above. This front is also unique in that it's been the first time that twin tornadoes have been spotted in the field. This can make some battles particularly annoying. We have another specialist joining our ranks with our deployment to Panama. This time we have the British agent Charlie Crawford. Crawford is touted as a support specialist and is thus able to revive all allies in the field. His active ability is the deployment of an armored stationary minigun, while his passive ability is resupplying downed allies' gadget ammunition upon reviving them, much the same way that Angel provides armor on a revive. His active ability, personally, more suits an engineer as it is wholly defense-oriented, but I can see the brass's need to even out the number of specialists in each class. I've not yet deployed with this agent, so I have little to say on his inclusion. We have essentially 5 new weapons added to our arsenal with the start of this new season. First off, we have the AM-40, an assault rifle submachine gun hybrid that personally feels more like it leans heavily into the latter. It very much reminds me of the CX-9 from Modern Warfare 2019. The manufacturer has some kinks to work out in the design, specifically high-capacity magazines that don't hold more ammo and damage output being inconsistent with an assault rifle. The Quartermaster has yet to fully test this weapon for you, so keep an eye out for a future briefing on his end. The second weapon we have access to is a new LMG, the Avances, at least that's how I'm trying to pronounce it. This LMG is touted as being a lightweight weapon with plenty of ammo and firepower. Sounds perfect for an aggressive support soldier. I've yet to earn this reward, and as such, the Quartermaster again has no further info on this weapon. Our third weapon is bound to be the bane of my existence once it's more readily available to the wider armed forces. The PF-51 is essentially a pocket P90. It uses the same ammunition and magazine, and you guessed it, fires at full auto. Just what we all needed on the battlefield, the G18 2.0. We also have a new pathway to earn hardware in the field. The last 2 weapons are unlocked via challenges that are tracked by your suit during combat. We first have the M16A3, your most basic of basic assault rifles. It can be acquired from the armory after it's recorded you've eliminated 100 hostiles with an SFAR-MGL and taken out 30 soldiers with an underbarrel grenade launcher. Time will tell how this weapon performed, but from what I've heard, things are not good. And the final weapon we can unlock is one that is near and dear to my old veteran heart, the M60E4. This beast of an LMG can be unlocked by neutralizing 100 hostiles with the PKP BP and in providing allies with ammo on 100 separate occasions. I truly look forward to giving this oldie but a goodie a go. We also have access to a new vehicle, the EBLC Ram. It's essentially an LATV-4 on steroids. It's completely armored, meaning you cannot dislodge occupants with small arms fire. It also features 3 weapons positions and a driver. The driver features a 40mm cannon, a howitzer, or a missile launcher as a primary, and as a secondary has a coax LMG or HMG. The first gunner can utilize an HMG, a minigun, or a 40mm grenade launcher. The second gunner has access to an anti-air and anti-tank missile, while the final C controls a 40mm canister shot, a 60mm flak pod, or a 40mm volley pod. This vehicle, while being built for hit-and-run attacks, can take on other armor rather effectively. The driver is also capable of deploying a spawn beacon that is usable for the entire team. The newest set of rewards is now available from the armory. This new Battle Pass performs the same as the one we had when we deployed to Canada. There are set tasks the brass wants you to focus on each week in order to unlock better kit more quickly from the armory. The rewards from this pass seem to be more attractive to me personally. My main goal is to gain the new headwear for Angel as soon as possible. So, how does your CO feel about this latest deployment to Panama? Well, overall, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this. Fighting over the ship, despite complaints from other officers about verticality problems, is greatly enjoyable no matter the mission structure. It offers combat situations that will fit all manner of soldier. It has something for everyone. Crawford is an interesting but not overpowered addition to our barracks. Much like Lise, he is very situational and isn't anything to write home about. The new weapons are a bit of a letdown. The AM-40 could be better and the M16 is reportedly not very good. I've yet to have my hands on any other weapons, but I'm hoping they are better than what I've already experienced. I've been in the Ram exactly once and was amazed by the firepower this juiced up Jeep can bring during a fight. And the rewards for completing the arbitrary challenges the brass places before us are far more interesting and attractive, making me far more excited to get out there and earn those rewards. Overall, DICE, you did a pretty good job. So that is all, Warriors. I've reported everything that I currently know about Season 2 and giving you my thoughts on all of it. The new map is great, Crawford is mediocre, the guns remain to be fully tested, and the new vehicle might be too powerful, but I love the Battle Pass. So what are your thoughts on everything I've reported so far? Do you agree with my sentiments, or are you the opposite end of the spectrum from me? Permission to speak freely is granted. And so, if you felt your CO has done an adequate job today in this briefing, then please hit that thumbs up and subscribe button in the bottom right of your HUD to show the brass that I could do with a larger audience. And with that, I've been your CO, Major Doodleman 149, and until our next briefing, you are all dismissed!